Oh, hello there. Today I'm going to show you how to film your drone, or if you're interested in getting a drone, safely and to avoid getting in an accident or a crash. I will teach you 6 steps to fly the drone as safely as possible. Step 1. Read the drone instructions. The one I have is the DJI Phantom 3 drone, and here are the instructions and the battery. It is important that you read the instructions to understand what your drone is capable of and what it can do, because like I said, every drone is different and it's important to know what you're doing with each one. Step number 2, make sure there's a strong signal between the monitor and the drone. And what you do is you connect the iPhone or Android to here, and then you make sure there's a strong satellite signal so that you can see what's happening on the drone. Because if you lose connection, it could be bad and you don't know where your drone is going. And what I like to do at that time is press send home. That will just send the drone back and it will get you in range so you can see what's happening, make sure your drone is safe, everything turns out okay. Tip number 3, fly the drone in clear conditions. It's important that you don't fly it when it's foggy because you can't see much. One time I was flying it and I flew it all the way up and I came back and it was all wet and I was afraid like something bad was gonna happen, but luckily it was okay. But remember just not to fly it when it looks like it's gonna rain, foggy. One time I flew it in the desert, it was very hot, and then I came back down, it was the drone was extremely hot. You just gotta be careful that it doesn't overheat and stuff like that. Number 4, avoid flying the drone backwards. This can be very important because you don't know if there's a power line or a tree or a really tall person you might hit, because you're only seeing what you've already seen, you won't see behind you. So you have to know the area really well if you want to do that, but I would usually just fly it forward so you see what the camera's seeing in front of you. And then I like to, when I'm editing it, put it in reverse, and that makes it easier. It looks like it's flying backwards. Tip number 5, stay in one place while flying the drone. You shouldn't be walking while you're looking at the camera or where you're looking at the monitor or you're looking at the drone, because you could be walking and you could just run into somebody and you could really piss them off, you know. Or you could also fall over, like right out here in Sunset Cliffs, you can just walk out and you could fall over a cliff and that'd be the end. So you don't want that either. Make sure you're sitting or standing in one place and then just look at it from the monitor or look at the drone to make sure what's happening. Final tip, number 6, make sure you don't leave your drone unattended. I crashed my drone doing this, so make sure you follow this tip. I left it close to an object and the wind took it a little bit and it hit a fence and got intertwined in it. It was really bad, but I was able to fix it. And I also got a little scar from the razor blade in me. Yeah, a little battle wound. You just gotta make sure I think always have a person with a remote control in their hand. Make sure they know what they're doing. And if you really want to leave it unattended, make sure it's far from everything. Make sure there's no chance of the wind bringing it to hit anything. So yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps you with your drone endeavors. Remember to comment and subscribe, and remember to drone safely. Thank you.